Start by saying, my name's Nick. I am a dad, a son, a brother, a husband, a cousin, a friend. They're all different labels that I've just attached to myself, but it's all part of my identity. But something that's actually, other than being a dad and a husband, is probably the most important thing to me is that I'm a care leaver as well.
But all of that means nothing, okay? Because I want to talk to you about the journey. I want to talk to you about the journey that I went on to get to where I am today. And it's about personal development. I'm a massive fan of personal development. I think that, life is a constant process. Life is full of ups and downs. I like to say life is like a roller coaster. You're going to be enjoying it at times, but then there's going to be times where you're like, please get me off of this roller coaster. I want it to stop.
I'm also sharing that with you as well, is because no one is more unique at being you than you. Yeah? No one is more unique at being you than you.
So I felt like my future was being predicted before I was given an opportunity to make something of myself.
I'm really proud of where I've come from. I'm really proud of who I am. I'm really proud of my own family now. I used to get really worried though. I used to get really, really worried that kind of like I was just going to become just another negative statistic. The ones that often people bang on about that suggest that we're going to be homeless, on drugs, in prison, we're going to attempt suicide, etc., etc. And something that stands out to me is that, yeah, okay, some people are going to go down that route. But even those people that do go down that route, we should never write them off, because we never know when that significant light bulb moment is going to happen for them, when just falls into place for them.
Why me? That's a question that a lot of us must ask ourselves, right? Why me? Why have I chosen this life? Why have I chosen this way? Why have I chosen to be like this? And there's no simple solution. These things happen to you.
You are not defined or limited by your past experiences. Of course, our past experiences can help shape us and mold us, etc., etc., but you're not defined by them.
As professionals, we need to walk in the most positive way that we can every day for these young people. Regardless of whether they're into offending, all of that stuff, do you still see a bit of potential in these young people? Well, that is the basic start. Words are so powerful, it can break young people. We need to try and get beneath that surface and make them realise how much potential they have. Because we have to give a damn about these kids for them to give a damn about themselves. Someone gave a damn about me and it made a massive difference. I'm at a point in my life where I'm proud to have gone through the things that I went through. Do you know why? Because I'm a survivor. I survived the things that happened to me when I was a kid, and I survived care. Show these young people that you are human, that you've had experiences, and you're still here. Like, I'm glad that you've said that, because whenever I do this, a lot of people are like, you look happy. No, we look really big, okay? We do. I call this the gerbil picture. I think we look like a bunch of gerbils.
All of you, you're going to have been through some sort of adversity in your life, okay? You're all going to have been through some adversity in your life, but you're here. You're living proof that you can go on and do some fantastic things with your life.
So, I was born, that's how far back we go, guys. I was born on the 29th of August, 1992. And a lot of people always ask me, they say, Nick, what's the worst type of abuse you've ever suffered? And that's a really interesting question. What do you think is the worst abuse I've suffered? It's emotional, guys, it genuinely is. And emotional is so difficult, isn't it? Because it's really hard to prove, yeah? But the emotional side of stuff is very, very hard to deal with, because you can never forget about it. You can genuinely never forget about it. You can learn to overcome it, okay? And as I do, I use it, okay, to aid me in what I do now. If you are the fortunate person that's able to ask me a question that I've not been able to answer, I'll give you 30 quid today. Free child is one caring adult away from being a success. To school, and I get into a fight, okay, that was because I felt safe in that sort of environment, because I had to fight for my life when I was a child.
Strategies that I had when I was a child, I no longer need to have now. Because something I have now as an adult that I didn't have when I was a child was control.
That's a message that I always say, is sometimes just go back to the basic steps. Don't be trying to take all of these things that you've actually learned in training and think, what does the textbook say? Okay, just be a person, show them the human side of things, okay? Show them that you are a person, that you have feelings, and just take a couple of steps back, put those shoes on and say, how would I react in this certain situation if I had been through this, this, and this?
They told me I was strong, but I feel so lost inside. I feel so lost inside. This is the first night of the rest of my life, and I've never felt so alone.
To take my session back into your schools and maybe implement some of the things, some of the strategies, some of the tips that I'm going to be sharing with you today.
Be like, I'm not going to be just another negative statistic. I've decided that actually I'm going to take that trauma, I'm going to take that adversity, and I'm going to try as much as I possibly can into turn it into something that's positive for me and for my family.
That I presented with as well, because don't let this angelic face fool you, all right? I was a real challenge for my carers, for my social workers, and for school staff as well.
Really conscious of is that this is just my story though. This doesn't mean it's going to be the same for you, and I absolutely recognise that. I would bottle up all of my emotions, that anger that I was feeling, etc., etc., and then guess what would happen? That volcano would erupt, and then that chaotic response would then come, and they were what I call my survival strategies.
Later on, I'm gonna tell you about the one person that I believe made the overall difference to me. He's a really, really significant person to me. He's a person that never gave up on me. He's a person that backed me every step of the way. He's a person that constantly advocated for me. And without him, I don't believe that I would have achieved to the academic levels that I have done now.
Is that every now and then we're going to be given an opportunity. Every now and then we're going to be given an opportunity to prove ourselves. So you've all got an opportunity as part of this partnership to be part of this organisation and to do some great things with your life. Something I often talk to my young people about is how important it is to have a dream, right? How important it is to have a dream, because dreams are only dreams until they become a reality.
And I'll always be grateful for that particular person, because he worked hand in hand with my foster carers, he worked hand in hand with my social worker, he worked hand in hand with my support workers, and he never gave up on me. And I'm looking forward to telling you who that person was.
Okay, which is where it says that your thoughts influence your feelings influence your behaviours, etc., etc. It's all interconnected. It's almost like what I had to do when I was younger, when those people within the restaurant would complain that their fries were too cold because they've been on the phone for the last 20 minutes not paying attention. I just have to mask it, put a smile on my face and say, okay, I'll see what I can do to help you. Don't let those negative thoughts and those negative feelings then lead to negative behaviours, is what I'm saying. Just don't ever feel like you've got to do things on your own. Don't feel like you've got to exist by yourself, because there's so many people around you that can help you. I mean, look around you right now. There's people all around here that could offer advice and guidance. Be willing to share your voice. Be willing to speak up. Because I don't know about you, but when I was growing up in the care system, I felt like my voice was suppressed. I felt like my voice didn't matter, okay? But now my voice does matter, just like yours does. I'm really trying. I'm really trying to keep on improving, just to keep on keeping on, not to give up. So the current limitations that I have in terms of being able to only do one hairstyle, I know that by Christmas I'm going to be able to do 2 or 3. Yeah, do you see what I'm saying? Never limit yourself. Think about the potential that you have. Think about the values that you have. Think about that identity. If you've never been told this before, I'm going to tell you now. You may be a bunch of strangers to me, but I believe in every single one of you. All right? I believe in every single one of you. Think of yourself as a storybook. Think of yourself as a storybook. How's that going to end? What memories do you want to leave behind? What legacy are you going to build? Go and build that legacy today.
I love young people. I love working with them. I love being in their presence. I love helping them. I love being able to just be a cog in their development. I love being able to see that actually that time that I spend with young people means something to them.
So I just want to finish by saying my name's Nick, I'm a care leaver, and I'm really, really proud, so thank you.